la coordinadora de Montreal Social, from Spain, represented by Maria and Matt, and the Collectif Mentorat from France, represented by Madeleine and myself, Pauline. Before starting, we will introduce you to our two organizations. Let's go to La Coordinadora de Montreal Social.
Okay. So we are an umbrella organization. We call us a mentoring network in Spain. We are formed by 19 organizations. We launch 24 social mentoring programs. So per year we develop more or less 1,200 relationships. So we have 2,700 participants. The main mentee profile are young people under 18. So more or less 100% of our participants, our mentees, are in this age. We have more or less 30% young people between 18 and 25 years old, and 8% of adult people. We always work with people in a vulnerable situation, migrant people mainly, and refugee people also, young people hosted by the administration, for example, and women. Women is part of
first machismo violence.
Yes, that is one of the collective that we are researching, or we are investigating how mentoring impacts in their lives, because we do research, we create knowledge, we share know-how, and we with new target groups, how mentoring impacts in the new target groups. This is one of our activities. We do training for project leaders, for technical teams, and also for mentor people.
You have the 5C also?
Yes, so we work with organizations that are interested in developing mentoring programs, with the training and also with the consultancy service. And we have developed this quality seal that Mar explained in the panel before, and it's going to be the main theme of this workshop. And so we made this auditory process, so we can certificate the programs. We also work in networking. We create spaces so we can share tools, where we can share knowledge between our organizations and working groups, and not only for the technical people, but also for the mentors. When they are developing the relationships, we create spaces where they can share difficulties or challenges in the relationships, and we also offer some training for them. So we can see that we promote the social mentoring in Spain, and we also make advocacy with the public sphere, so the quality mentoring is introduced in the public politics. I think that's what we do mainly. We also participate in the impact evaluation researches held by other institutions. We promote this kind of works.
Yes. There are two universities that are entities member of the Coordinadora, and that helps a lot to us to promote and to to participate in this evaluation impact and to promote the participation about our entities to this process.
We knew before Oscar Prieto, that is one of our University of Girona, is one of the organizations holding the network, for example. So,
Okay. So to present you to introduce you the Collectif Mentorat, it's quite new. It was created in 2019 by 8 non-profit organizations. Collectif Mentorat represents now more than 60 organizations developing social mentoring in France for 5 to 30 years old people across France through high school pupils, university students, employees, and retired mentors. Collective Mentorat missions is to bring together and serve the device mentoring community and work to strengthen France's capacity to support and enhance mentoring. So in order to succeed on this, we've got 3 goals. First of all, advocate for a right to mentoring, for example, to become a public policy in France. We advocate for a right to mentoring for every young people who need mentors. Must be too easily found one and where and when they need it. The commitment of mentors and the skills they gain from mentoring must be acknowledged. Organizations that really train and over the thousands of mentors and young people must continue to be supported. Secondly, we defend and expand the mentoring movement in France because in France it's not yet well known to general public that the other European country, maybe for example in Spain. So through the Collectif Mentorat and the organization of the organized national and regional events, around France about mentoring, and these events are also an opportunity to bring together the multi-stakeholders in the mentoring system and increases the collective impact of mentoring in France with companies, with industries, with foundations and institutions as well. And the third goal, it supports our members in developing high quality mentoring. So Collectif Mentorat has designed a program to support best practice around its members. Through its frequent workshop, we organize like every month now. Members can create synergies between organization and programs. They can collaborate and build their expertise. Therefore, we have created a mentoring incubator. So it's quite new in France. We launched the incubator on last November. So it's an experimentation. And to support emerging mentoring programs, its mandate is to create a positive framework for peer exchange, promote effective mentoring practice, and prepare programs upscaling. So in 2021 and 2022, we had 13 organizations in this incubator, and we would like to continue next year to a new promotion, so to have another 13 or more, I don't know, organization in this incubator, and to continue this program. 13.
Okay. And
13 of the 60 organizations are in this incubator.
And what is your budget for? How
For the
much
budget?
money do they have in the incubator?
It's not budget dedicated for the incubator. It's global budget for the Collectif Mentorat, and we have 3.5 million for this. It's 3 years budget, and the funded from the government. Yes, and it's from the government.
So you decide how much money you spend there compared to other projects.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And we are 6 members in the collective Motora working for the collective.
And but it's 3 million for the 3 years or for each
Yes.
year?
No, it's 3 million for the 3 years.
Like the other platform, where every young people or every volunteer can just subscribe, and after they are just redirected and the good legislation, good organization. Okay, so I leave question.
Then we wanted to talk about the scene, about our collaboration. First of all, no, as has been explained in both Collective Mentora and La Coordinadora, we are actors that group key actors for mentoring at national level. This type of association is not found in each country, and for us, in this sense, no, we feel we are placed, located in the same place, and we share some objective. We are in a way facing also the same challenge, and on the other hand, we know that our national objective cannot be isolated, no, from our European context and our international action lines of action. Sorry. We would like to emphasize that we have been in contact since the creation of Collective Mentora, and in this being in contact, that was an important role from AFER. Is an organization that is a member of Coordinadora and is also a foundation association from Collective. Then for us it was undoubtedly helping not to create the trust atmosphere and the generosity between this for us is I think it's the first step to have. Then thank you, Afet, for this invitation. I really wanted to say. And in facing shared challenge related to the promotion of quality, both of us quickly saw and we have seen the potential to look from synergies and to collaborate together to make really reality our European horizon of this field. Thank you. I will do this quickly because I see your face in the panel. Then it's a little the same. 5 years ago, the Coordinadora starts to develop the seal with a really near work with our entities in a context of boom in social mentoring in Spain, and we identify these needs from have a common framework that can take this experience to quality methodology. We know that research alerts us of the risk of how we implement mentoring in order to avoid negative excess and to assure the desired impact. Then we know that quality process is not quality relationships, but we really defend that is a factor in the success of the interventions, and it's necessary to create these tools together. Then there is 10 requirements, a set of standards. There is 2 levels of accreditation, and although for us the accreditation is the excuse, the important thing is take a moment, stop, think, talk with the teams, try to have the information bottom to up to bottom, make this a space of reflection, of priorization, and for us this is the focus objective about all of this. Then our proposals generate that European interest, and we started a process to testing our matrix with Social Projects Europe. Here Julie was an important participant in this testing, and the feedback has been positive. And after that, also Collective contact us. They identified the interest of how our proposal can also give some solutions to respond to the needs that you have identified also in French. In this mega boom in French, we have a boom in Spain, but there is a mega boom in France, and not only about the matrix evaluation, but also about the process we have done with our organizations. And in this sense, it should be noted that the construction of quality certification was the seed, at the origin to translate from collaboration to partnership. That can start work together. Then, Bo, I think you have seen that with our process. We just want to take a process who helps organizations to don't have resistance, can approach to this evaluation framework without miedo, without fear, and looking always is a space of reflection, contextualization, and priorization. And our role is to combine these organizations to embrace this quality. And I don't know if there is some else I don't know.
So, why the Collective Mentora wants to get involved with the quality monitoring seal? So, as we said before, in order to bring monitoring to every person in need, and with this scaling up of monitoring in France, like in 2020, we were like with 20 young people, 100 young people, and in 2022 we have to support like 200,000 young people. We advocate and must ensure quality in every step of the way. We advocate that they can have access in quality monitoring programs. And based on the outstanding work that the Coordinadora de Monitoria Social have made by identified all the criteria, testing the seal, that ensure a quality monitoring program and sharing common goals and clarified our partnership. And we identified common goals for this seal. Like the first one, it guarantees and promotes quality monitoring. It's a logic of means reinforcing the impact capacity of monitoring. The second one is that the seal highlights support offered by the Coordinadora de Monitoria Social and Collective Mentora to its member. As Marseille, the seal is to enhance the monitoring programs, and we have to offering resource, networking, training to our members. And thirdly, the seal leads to a trustworthy environment for the program, certified, and those involved in it. Mentees and their family can believe in the positive and expected outcomes. Mentors can vouch for the programs they are involved in, and stakeholders can choose wisely where they want to get involved. But we have challenges. We identify two challenges for this project and in this construction. The first one is how to achieve quantity with quality, and requirements and pragmatism. And this is a big question, and we have this space with the organization to speak about that and to have reflection about all the criteria and think about how it can work. And the second one is how to create common skills that takes into account the diversity from the monitoring programs, the different needs and reality from the field. Even if in the panel we saw that criteria is everyone. So. And now we would like, with this workshop, to have your reflection. So we are now going to meet in small group for maybe 15 minutes to think about one question about European Alliance and one question about quality approach. So there will be one facilitator per group and one reporter who will report back to the rest of the participants at the end of the workshop. The questions are a little bit the same, but there is some specific focus to have to diversify our reflection.
Promote that the feedback after it will be a little more diversified.
Is that okay for you? So maybe to do the group